Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the webinar TechSoup New Zealand Program Overview. My name is Sakina Vora. With me today, I have Ryan Jones, who is the Marketing Coordinator at Connecting Up, and he'll be taking you through the program and products we have available and how it can hopefully meet your needs. So before I do that, I just wanted to go through some housekeeping notes. To those who are new, please feel free to type in your questions in the question box, and we'll try and make sure to answer all the questions during or at the end of the presentation. If you're facing any technical issues, like if you're having any audio issues or are unable to see the slides, please type in those issues as well, and we will get it sorted out for you. This presentation is being recorded, so everyone present will receive an email with a link to the recording and slides by end of day today. So without further ado, I'll pass it on to Ryan.
Thank you, Sakina, and thanks for joining us, everyone, today. Now, the main objective of today's webinar is to answer any and all questions you might have about the program, about how you can benefit from the program, and how you use software through the program. So what we're going to do is do a quick overview of what the program's about, a bit of a refresher. We'll look at some of the things that might have changed since you first registered, and then we'll go into some of the common products that people are using and some of the different things that you can use the program for. Now, at any point during the webinar, if you've got a question, Sakina said, put it in the box and we will go through them throughout the webinar. And I will stay on the line until every question has been answered. So don't hesitate to ask any question along the way. So I'll just start with a quick overview of what TechSoup New Zealand actually is for those who might not be completely aware. TechSoup New Zealand is a program that is basically designed to help charities with cheaper technology. So technology companies such as Microsoft, Symantec, and a whole range of others you can see on the slide there donate their products to New Zealand charitable organisations. They do this simply so that charities can spend their money on service delivery rather than on IT upgrades, so that you can spend money on the end result and on supporting your community rather than your IT upgrades. So each donor partner has a different specific area of giving, and they offer a generous amount of software per organisation on a yearly or bi-yearly basis. Now that's a bit different for each partner, so we're happy to answer any questions on that, but we've got lots of information on the website around ordering, and we'll go into a bit more about that in a minute. We also have a range of discounted technology available. Now when I say technology, it's a nice way of saying we have software and we have computers. So we run a refurbished computer program that offers discounted computers to New Zealand charities, but we also have discount partners such as MyOb, Citrix, Kaspersky, all offering discounts on their products to charities. Now one of the unique things about this program is that we don't receive any funding for the program. We keep it sustainable by charging a small administration fee on each order, which is generally around 4 to 8% of retail price. So what that means is Microsoft will donate Office 2013 to your organisation, but TechSoup New Zealand charges about a 4% administration fee on that, and that keeps us sustainable as a not-for-profit organisation ourselves, and it means that we're here not just to provide you with a donation today, but we're here to provide you another donation in 12 months' time. If anybody's been to a webinar like this before, I've changed quickly from TechSoup. I've probably got thing here is that administration fee. So what that means, paying for a retail license. It's the cheapest that you can. Pride ourselves on the fact that this whole program is about charities helping charities, and so the whole program, that's central to the whole program, and so we like to be able to pride ourselves on the fact that now, a couple of the other things that are a bit unique is the Microsoft donations in particular come with software assurance. For those of you who aren't aware, software assurance is something that Microsoft offers that provides you with upgrade and downgrade rights for all your software for 2 years. So upgrade rights means that if you ordered Microsoft Office 2013 today, and Microsoft release Office 2015 next year, you will automatically get a free upgrade to that you can just download from the Microsoft Volume License Service Center. That's where you download all of your Microsoft software. The downgrade rights mean that you can downgrade your copy of Office 2013 as well. So a common example would be an organization that has 10 computers. They need to add an 11th, and rather than upgrading everybody's computer to Office 2013, they order a copy of Office for the new computer and they downgrade that to 2010 so that everyone in the organization is on the same version. So that is a handy feature. Some people use that for Windows as well, and it just gives you a bit of added flexibility. Now, the other thing that goes along with that, and this doesn't just apply to Microsoft, all of the software through TechSoup New Zealand is available via a digital download. Every partner has a slightly different process for that, but particularly with Microsoft, there are guides on the website which will help you navigate the Microsoft Volume License Service Center, and you can download all your software from there. Microsoft in particular have changed that in the last 12-18 months, and that's part an environmental benefit because a lot of organisations weren't using the disks at all, and part speed benefit. You usually get your keys for your Microsoft donations within a couple of days, but by the time Microsoft had shipped the disks to you, in most cases we found that organisations just weren't using the disks because they've been able to download the software. So now you can download it as soon as you get your key information in your email, and away you go. Now, I guess the other thing is, because this is a donation program, all of our partners have different areas of giving, and so not every organisation is going to be able to request donations from every partner. It's just like a grant-making organisation, really. Not every organisation will qualify for every donation partner, but we do our best to fit all charities in the eligibility guidelines as we can, and at the same time working with our partners to ensure that their donations are going to where their areas of need are. So, all right, no questions. What has changed recently? To the TechSoup New Zealand website in the last couple of months. Not sure if anybody noticed the new website. I'm very happy to talk to anybody offline about any feedback you might have on the new website. It looks very similar to the old one, but there are some functional differences that allow us to, in particular, better serve your organisations in terms of events. But one of the key features of the new website that I really want to highlight is the My Account page. So when you go to the website, you can see in the black bar at the top of the page, there's a login link. Once you've logged into the website, you'll be redirected to like this. The the center of all of the information you need for your account at TechSoup. So you can see in the right-hand column there, you've got a number of links. So the first one is what can I get? And what can I get in one easy-to-view location shows you all of the partners that you can order from. When I was talking before about all partners having specific areas of giving, this tells you quite quickly who you can and can't order from. Underneath that, it gives you an Order Now link, which will direct you to the donations homepage. You can view your order history if you need to find an invoice or a receipt or something like that. If you are qualified for Microsoft donations, one thing that a lot of organizations aren't aware of is this Microsoft Donation Center. Microsoft Donation Center is a really good resource for you to track what you have received from Microsoft within your 2-year cycle. If you weren't aware, Microsoft have a rolling 2-year cycle for their donations program. So that cycle starts from when you place your first order request, and within that cycle you can order up to 10 different titles and up to 50 licenses of each. It gets a little bit complicated when it comes to servers and things like that, but if you go to the Microsoft Donation Center, you can see in a nutshell how much you've ordered, what titles you've ordered, and how much more you can order. The other really staggering thing that you can see on that page is what the retail value is of all the software that's been donated to your organization, which a lot of organizations often don't realize until they see a big number on their donation center page. So I highly recommend that when we finish the webinar, you jump on the website, you go to the My Account page, and you have a quick look, in particular at the Microsoft Donation Center, and get yourself a bit familiar with how that works, and have a look and see what you can order and what you have ordered. If you have any questions after you've had a look at that, Sakina will send my email address out after the webinar, and you can feel free to contact me. Delivery address is pretty self-explanatory. Purchase content is the last one I'll touch on. Purchase content relates to any webinar recordings and videos you've purchased. So any of our free webinars go up on our YouTube channel, they go up in the Learning Center, but any of our paid webinars, we have the recordings available afterwards for a small cost. And if at any point you lose your link or anything like that, you can go to this page, you can click Purchase Content, and quickly see all of the content that you've purchased in the past and access any previous webinar. Do you have any questions at this point? No, Sakina's waving madly at me no, so we'll move on. Of changes, one of the big transitional changes of the road for Windows X. So Microsoft time, about 12 years for both of them. Both of these products are now end of life. So what this actually means for your organization is that there are going to be no more security updates or upgrades to either of these very popular products. So what we highly recommend is that every organization takes this opportunity to if you recommend you do this as soon as you possibly can. Because those security updates aren't available anymore, it's a very good precaution to keep your data safe and to make sure that client records can't be accessed, financial records can't be accessed, things like that. You have got a couple of different options here. Most organizations I speak to are upgrading to Windows 7 or Windows 8.1 and upgrading to Office 2013. There will be a bit of a learning curve in terms of Office 2003, but Office 2013 really the changes introduced in Office 2007 and has over time made the ribbon interface. So hopefully that transition not just makes your machines more secure, but it also introduces a lot more functionality. The other really big transitional thing in the donation space at the moment is Microsoft Office 365. So in terms of Microsoft Office 365, I'm going to cover it very briefly. We are having a webinar that covers Office 365 in a lot more detail next week, and Sakina will send the link out to that after the webinar. But just quickly, Office 365 is really Office in the cloud. So the great thing about Office 365 is you get Office Online, which is a very full-featured version of Word, Excel, PowerPoint that you can access in any internet browser. But the really powerful thing here, particularly for smaller organizations, is the server infrastructure that backs it up. Microsoft are now providing you with an Exchange server, which means that you can host your own email and shared calendars, which is a really big feature. You can use SharePoint for your own website or for team collaboration websites. You can use Microsoft Link for all your video conferencing or audio conferencing. You can use OneDrive, which enables you to back up your files and file share. Also enables you to, from any internet browser, access files in your OneDrive, open them instantly in Office Online and make your changes in real time. And Yammer, which is like a social network for your organization. Now, that donation is available direct from Microsoft, and we will go through that in a lot more detail in next week's webinar. So we'll move on, but I really wanted to touch on that because one of the other new things that is Office 365. Office 365 is, it's not quite as simple to set up. Because you've got the server infrastructure, you've got the email, there is a little bit of a migration involved. So what we have done is we've partnered with another charitable organisation. Some of you might be familiar with Info Exchange, to deliver Office 365 readiness assessments to charities looking at taking the leap to Office 365. So what this does is it enables you to have a look at the infrastructure that you've got in your organisation. It enables you to have a look at whether it meets the requirements of Office 365, whether you've got enough internet, whether your computers are up to date, whether your software is up to date, and whether you're ready to make that leap. And it also provides you with an idea of how much it would cost for your particular circumstances to be migrated to Office 365. So that is a new discounted product that we are offering through TechSoup New Zealand. You can find out more information on the website. We'll go into that in a bit more detail in the Office 365 webinar next week as well. But if you are looking at Office 365, you do see the benefits of the complete donation that Microsoft are making, but you don't really know where to start, you don't really know what to do. These Office 365 readiness assessments are perfect background.
So at this point we do have a question from Donna. We have 5 to 6 computers with XP and their capability won't handle Windows 7, 8 or Office 2013. What do you recommend we do to safeguard ourselves as we start to replace computers one by one?
Well, I think the first and the obvious thing is to upgrade them. But I understand the constraints there. The discounted refurbished computer program might be of help there. The only thing you can really do to secure those computers is to make sure you're running a new and up-to-date antivirus product, to make sure that you've got firewalls in place. A lot of the things that you should be doing anyway, really, in terms of your online security. But the only way to keep them 100% secure is to remove them from the internet, or to remove them from a network. In the meantime, make sure that the data is backed up. Make sure that you've got you know, the antivirus and the security software in place, and do the best you can with them until you're in a position to upgrade them. I hope that answers your question, Donna. I know it's not ideal, but the best way to be safe with those machines now is just to upgrade them. Another change with the program is we have added a new antivirus software provider. So Bitdefender is probably fair to say an emerging antivirus and security software company. And they provide two different security products, really. So they offer a Mac and PC version of their internet security software, which comes in a 1, 3, or 5 user bundle. So that's really good for a couple of computers where you need to be able to secure them, you need to be able to keep an eye on things, secure yourselves from viruses. Enterprise security software, small business and enterprise, which comes in packs for 10, 25, 50 or 100 users. Though the larger organizations, the great thing about it is that it includes a lot of those network management, computer management tools that IT administrators need for larger numbers of computers. But it's really great that Bitdefender at the same time are donating single or 3 or 5 user packs for Mac and PC users to be able to access. So Bitdefender's new. If you've had a look at the previous offerings and from people like Symantec and Sophos and Kaspersky and decided that they don't quite suit your organization, Bitdefender is a good alternative worth looking into. Another new partner is Huddle. Huddle is a easy to set up online collaboration platform. So in some respects it shares some features with tools like SharePoint or Basecamp, if anybody's familiar with those. But it's really designed around helping your teams work, keeping all your files in one central location so that you can all keep up with the project no matter what point you're in or wherever you work from. So Huddle are doing that new donation program, and there's some more information and how-to videos on our website and on theirs if online collaboration is something that your organization needs. So I guess the thing that people ask me a lot is, right, we need technology, but we don't really know what we need. So I guess let's have a quick look at what the most popular products through the donations program are. The Microsoft donation program is our biggest donation program, and most organizations that register with us are specifically after new versions of Windows or Office. Now in small organizations, most often use this as an opportunity to upgrade all of their computers to the same version of Windows and Office, even if they've only got 1 or 2 computers. And the feedback that I constantly get is I am amazed at the difference in terms of productivity that having all of our computers on the same version of Office makes. Being able to produce a file and knowing that it'll work in your colleague's computer is a massive time saver and a massive peace of mind, which is great. That's exactly what the program is about, and it's really good that doing something as simple as upgrading your version of Office can help our organisation's productivity. Organisations with more computers or larger organisations often order Windows Server and use the savings from the donation of the software to either buy new physical servers or to pay contractors to properly install and set up. Now, even with Office 365, we're still seeing organisations that keep some form of physical server at their organisation. It's really a decision for your organisation, but a Windows Server will allow you to share files, printers, host Microsoft Exchange for email, Microsoft SharePoint for collaboration, or even Microsoft Dynamics if you need a CRM. Then of course we've got Norton 360, because a lot of organisations need their antivirus updated, and the Refurbished computers is one of our biggest programs these days because it enables organisations to upgrade computers that are on their last legs without paying a lot of money. Office 2013 first. Now compatible with Office 365. The Office 365 E1 plan, and we'll go through all this in more detail next week, doesn't include the software to install on your computer. It's all online access. But what you can do is you can request this donation of Office 2013, and you can then use Office 2013 to access all your files on Office 365. It's a great way of being able to work in a similar way to the way you've currently been working, but at the same time enable the backup and the collaboration features that you need. So Office 2013 is the latest version of Office, which is very much an evolution of Office 2010 with a lot of refinements. One of the things that organisations always ask me is, what can I use to produce PDF files? Well, Microsoft have now integrated that into Office 2013, so you can save your Office files as PDFs, and you also have the ability to make basic edits to PDFs right within Word or other tools within Office. So if you only have basic needs around PDFs, Office is a great way to go. So Office includes all of the staples in terms of Word for word processing, Excel for spreadsheets and graphs, PowerPoint for presentations just like this one, Outlook for email and calendars, as well as Publisher, which I know a lot of organisations use for things like newsletters and posters. The standard version that's available through the donations program also includes OneNote and OneDrive Pro, which used to be called SkyDrive. OneDrive Pro is the professional version of OneDrive that talks back to Office 365 for your data syncing. Now for some organisations you might need Professional Plus. Professional Plus adds Microsoft Access, which is the most popular reason for people upgrading to Professional. If you've got a Microsoft Access database of some description, Professional Plus is a great way to go. You've also got InfoPath, Link for your video conferencing, and Business Contact Manager for Outlook that I know a lot of people still use for tracking their contacts. A couple of questions quickly.
This is a question from Anna. She says this might not be the forum for this question, but is there any software programs available to nonprofits for CRM, client customer relationship management tools?
Yes. I think I actually removed that slide from today's presentation, but thanks for bringing it up. Through the donations program, Microsoft donate their Dynamics, pretty much anything. So Microsoft Dynamics do, and worth seeing if you've got IT people, if they can work with it, or if you've got an IT person you can find that can help you set it up. One of the things with most CRMs is they need some form of configuration. With Microsoft Dynamics, you can install it on an in-house server, or the donation can be installed on an in-house server to run the CRM, but there are also people that offer it online. That's the only solution that's available at the moment in terms of a pure CRM. We do have Tolosa Exceed available through the donations program, which is not so much a CRM, but a fundraising management tool. So if you wanted to track donors and funders, then Tolosa might be a good solution for you. If you want to track clients, client data, information like that, then a CRM would be a better way to go, and I'd recommend you have a quick look at Dynamics.
We have another question here from Donna. How easy is it to share calendars within an organization? That is, calendar for vehicle bookings, etc.
If you're using Exchange, it's really easy. Once you've got all of your email accounts set up, you can set up things like rooms as assets. I was floating around in Christchurch and Wellington and Dunedin last week talking about Office 365, and a couple of organisations I spoke to had set up things like cars and projectors as assets in Exchange that they were then able to have shared calendars for, so that staff could book them out. The main thing is once you've got Exchange running, you can then take the further step to configure it, and there are a lot of different ways that you can configure it to suit the exact way that you want to implement it. In terms of just user to user, so that I'm able to see Sakina's calendar and she's able to see mine, it's just a matter of setting the privacy settings. At TechSoup, we can view everybody's calendar so that we can book in meetings around what's going on. Hope that answers that. But is Windows 8.1. So I guess I know you're all working on it, but if you are still using Windows, upgrade now. It's time to Windows 7 to Windows 8.1. So if your computer will run, always check. So Windows 8.1 is a more refined version of Windows 8. Microsoft have made some great changes as a result of user feedback, and it is a lot more secure, reliable, and slightly faster version of Windows as a result. Now, through the donations program, there are a couple of different versions that are available. I'll just quickly touch on a couple. The very unique one that we have is called Windows 8.1 Get Genuine. Now, Microsoft have made these Get Genuine versions of Windows available for organizations that might have illegal software, or they might have mislicensed versions of Windows. So this is enabling your organization to upgrade all the computers to the latest version of Windows at a donated rate. So these are full versions of Windows that can be loaded on your computers. Now the thing with Get Genuine software is it's designed as a one-time upgrade. Once you've upgraded all your computers with the Get Genuine software, from then on you can just order the Windows upgrades through the donations program, the same as you've been able to do since the start. So no matter whether you order one license of Get Genuine or you order 50 licenses of Get Genuine, you can only ever place one order. And from then on out, you can order the upgrades instead. Hopefully that makes sense. Happy to take any questions on that. So the alternative for organizations that are already using a correctly licensed version of Windows, and in the case of the donations program, that is Windows Professional or Windows Enterprise. We have Windows Enterprise upgrades available, and if you need Windows 8.1 Professional, you can order the Enterprise version and effectively downgrade to Windows 8.1 Professional using about before. We have some content on our website and on our blog about this. But basically, once you've got your Windows 8.1 Enterprise donation, the keys, once you put that into the Volume License Service Center, you should be given the option of being able to download either the Enterprise or the Professional version, and you can download the one that best suits your organization. So that's basically it for Windows 8.1. I think a lot of people are familiar with Windows and the interface and everything like that. We also have some information on our website in terms of how to know whether you can upgrade to Windows 8.1. Have a look and see if you have any questions. Now, the other thing that people ask for, I said before that Norton 360 was one of our most popular products. Every organization always needs, and you're always just not quite sure which one is the right fit for your organization. Luckily, we have many antivirus partners, which is really helpful because it gives you a great range of choice, being able to get the right solution at the right price for your organization. So the most popular antivirus partner we've got at the moment is Symantec. So Symantec donate their desktop range, which is sold through retail under the Norton name. Norton 360 is really the most popular solution there, but Norton Antivirus for Mac and Norton Internet Security are also great solutions. For larger organizations or organizations that need a backup solution, Symantec also donate their enterprise range. So that includes a great range of different tools, which includes Symantec Endpoint Protection, which is great for a large number of computers. But the other really popular Symantec Enterprise product is Backup Exec, which is an excellent tool for being able to back up your computers and your servers. So if you're after a backup solution, Backup Exec is a great one to look at. Now with Symantec, if you want to renew your antivirus, so all of the antivirus, in terms of renewing your Symantec donation, to 100 year, that's a financial year. So before the end of June, you could order again in July. Now I mentioned you want to go into too much more detail about that. Virus half utility that can help you clean up your computers and keep them running. We also have, in terms of discounted antivirus, solutions from Kaspersky and Sophos. These are big enterprise solutions. They're really designed to include a range of incredible tools which really are a dream for your IT team if you've got one, if you're lucky enough to have one. The other thing with Sophos and Kaspersky is if you want to renew them, they also offer an even further discount on renewal licenses. So if you do already have Kaspersky or Sophos, you can order renewals through us and get quite a substantial discount. In terms of Sophos and Kaspersky, there's no limit to the number of licenses you can get, and we've even had large not-for-profits order 2,500 licenses for their organisation. So it really does scale from 10 users right through to 2,500. Now, the Refurbished computer program has been given a bit of a boost of late. We've been working really hard to source some new suppliers, to source some new computers, and to provide you with better service. What we've been able to do is build a range of refurbished computers which includes desktops and laptops. They're mostly PCs at the moment, but from time to time we do get Macs for organisations that are using Macs. All of these computers are professionally refurbished by Microsoft authorised refurbishers, which means that they also come pre-installed with Windows 7 Professional and Office 2010 Home and Business. The excellent thing about that is for a lot of organisations, Office 2010 Home and Business is enough of Office to get up and running. So you're able to order a refurbished computer which is pre-installed and ready to go. The other thing is you've got Windows 7 Professional, so because you've got a professional version you can upgrade to Windows 8.1 later on, and you can also upgrade Office if you so desire. Now that's a range that's always evolving and always expanding. We're always trying to work on getting more stock. And I have been told just this morning that we're expecting another shipment of refurbished computers at the end of June. So keep an eye on your inboxes. We'll let everyone know when those new machines are available. But they're a great solution to replacing your computers at minimal cost. So
that's pretty much the end of the
formal part of the presentation. Like I said, Sakina's just told me that she's got a few questions, and I've got an update due. So we'll stay here and answer all of your questions.
We do have a question that, but before that, this webinar is specifically designed for you. Please make the most of it, get answers to all the questions that you may have. So here is a question from Peter. Is there a choice of 32-bit and 64-bit refurbished Windows PC?
That's the first time I've ever been asked that question. I don't know is the simple answer to that. They do typically come with between 2 and 4 gig of RAM. Basically, if you want a particular version, we will be able to do that for you. We'll find a way to make that happen. I don't see why we couldn't do either. I just need to clarify which version they're installed with by default. So sorry I don't have the answer to that, but we can follow that up afterwards for you.
We don't have any more questions at this point, right? Did you have any last few words? Oh, there is a question from Louise. Can you tell me a bit more about Telosa and if that is the only fundraising software you have?
At the moment, it's the only fundraising software we have.
Sorry, yeah, at the moment it's the only fundraising software we have. Telosa provides you with some integration in terms of your email. It integrates with some accounting software and enables you to track your donors, your donor database, to be able to see who's donating, when they're donating, how much they're donating, and then you can work on trying to build that database and trying to build where you get donations from essentially. There is some more information available on their website, and I think there's a demo from memory, but especially with a tool like that, I'd really recommend you have a bit of a look at their website and see what features it comes with and make sure that it ticks all of your boxes. We're always working on new solutions though, so if you see something else that you think would be a great addition to the program, feel free to send us an email, and we follow all of those up to try and make sure that you get the products that you need.
So that was our last question, Ryan. Do you want to add anything to your presentation? Some last few words?
The main thing is that we are here to answer your questions. We're here to help your organization. So if at any point you need help with something, you don't understand something on the website, you've got a suggestion, you've got a product you need, feel free to contact us and we will follow it up. We'll give you a hand, whatever you need. The same goes for the webinar. If you've got any last burning questions or any oddball solutions that you need, then let us know and we'll be happy to help you out with that. Now, after the webinar, Sakina will send out an email with the slides from the presentation. It's really, it'd be really good if you are interested in Office 365 to register for next week's webinar. We will go through Office 365 in a lot more detail. We will do some live demos, which a lot of the things that Office 365 can do doesn't make sense until you see it for yourself. And we're happy to do that and go through it and make sure everybody understands. So when that comes through, highly recommend, particularly if you have multiple sites or if you have staff that work from home or staff that work on the road, take the time to attend that webinar and get that information, because I think it'll be really helpful.
Okay, another question here from Donna. Could we email you through the questions regarding Office 365 before the webinar?
Certainly, absolutely.
Well,
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for presenting, and thank you each and every one of you who could join us today. In my follow-up email, as Ryan mentioned, I will include links to the upcoming Office 365 webinars, as well as include Ryan's email for any questions that you may have after the webinar. So until next time, thank you, everybody, and bye-bye.